Specifically, we're diving into the immediate emotional impact action someone had to the Rockford site.
Yeah, our source is Jarin, an English poet from India. We're looking at their aesthetic response, their kind of immediate, almost visceral take.
Exactly. Not a historical analysis, but that first impression. And the scene is set right from the Corby Bridge view of Rockford, described as instantly majestic.
Instantly is the key word. No slow burn here. The poet says the view instantly turns my mind lavishly poetic. A really striking phrase right off the bat.
It really is lavishly poetic. Okay, let's unpack that intensity, because it goes further. The poet uses three really specific terms for this reaction.
Right.
The mind becomes lavishly poetic, the feeling is eclectic, and the whole reaction is electric. That's quite a combination.
It is, and it captures this whirlwind of sensation. How can one view all those things at once? Profound, very stimulating.
So how do those things work together? Are they contradictory or complementary?
I think they're definitely complementary. Lavishly poetic speaks to the depth and richness of the inspiration. Eclectic suggests all the different elements hitting at once. You've got the huge natural rock, the ancient temple, fort, history, nature, spirituality.
A real mix.
A real mix, exactly. And electric. That's the sheer energy of it. The jolt of insight, the immediate connection. It's not passive viewing. It's an active, intense engagement.
That makes sense. That intensity, that electric feeling.
Yeah.
It leads us to what is causing it, the structure itself. The poet zooms in on this core image, a huge rock crowned by age-old temple, and it's circled by a strongly built girdling forte.
Yes, and this blend, this synthesis of nature and human creation is crucial. It's described as what fulfills the soul as nature's chosen device. Quite profound.
Fills the soul, and it also captivates the third eye. There's that spiritual dimension again.
Absolutely. For Jarin, it seems this combination, the raw power of the rock, meeting the deliberate, sacred architecture, is what elevates it beyond just impressive scenery.
It's tapping into something deeper.
Something much deeper. And the spiritual side is anchored quite specifically.
It is. The description notes the rock is capped right where the Supreme Ganesha Lord smiles. So divinity is literally at peak.
Right. Which makes the next description so interesting.
You mean the seemingly silent rock?
Exactly. After all this majesty, this divine presence, why silent? It feels like a deliberate choice of word.
It does. Is it literally quiet, or is this metaphorical?
I think it has to be metaphorical. The poet isn't saying it lacks sound, maybe it lacks full recognition. Its voice isn't heard widely enough yet.
Okay. So the silence is a kind of potential energy.
Precisely. It sets up the poet's vision for his future. They wanted to be perceived not as silent, but as a songstress.
A songstress is a beautiful metaphor, aiming for the rendezvous rock to shine illustrious. It's about future fame, future artistry.
Yes, an anticipated glory. The poet sees what it could be, what it should be, on a world stage. It's a call for its potential to be fully realized.
Which brings us to the comparison the poet makes. They mention a similar hill in Fulani.
Right, dedicated to Ganesha's brother Murugan. This comparison is interesting because it adds context with a bit of perspective on time and legacy.
How so?
Well, the Fulani Hill is associated with, millions of years of tradition, according to the source, ancient. Established.
Okay.
But Rockford, the poet notes, is comparatively of recent origin. Now, that's not a criticism.
No, it sounds potentially diminishing.
I don't think it's meant that way. It seems more like an explanation for why Rockford's song isn't fully heard yet. Polani's fame is ancient, deeply rooted. Rockford's story, its global resonance, is still unfolding, it's ascending.
Okay, so its recent origin actually fuels the prophecy.
Yeah.
Because it's newer, its moment is coming now.
Exactly. That's what a poet feels today is not too far off when multitudes will throng the site.
And not just tourists, right? It sounds more profound.
Definitely. It mentions exciting festivals to turn distinctly strong. That implies a deepening of its cultural and spiritual vibrancy. Not just more visitors, a real activation.
So we've traced it from that initial electric, eclectic shock through the blend of nature and spirit to this vision of an imminent, powerful future. It's quite a journey in just a few lines of reaction.
It really is. It moves way beyond just describing a view. It's projecting an artistic and spiritual destiny onto the place.
A fascinating perspective. It leaves us thinking, though, if the rock is currently silent but destined to be a songstress, what actually needs to happen for that voice to emerge globally?
Good question. What are those missing elements? Artistic, spiritual, may be practical.
And what does a distinctly strong festival look like there? What elevates it beyond just exciting? Definitely something for you, the listener, to ponder about Rockford's illustrious future.